Good morning, friends. So let's discuss about the topic power of attorney. So before moving towards the introduction or definition part of power of attorney, let's take one example. For an example, you are a businessman, you're running a 2 to 3 industries, and you for that you require as a car. You have own the 2 3 cars, so only one car you are able to drive, and other 2 cars, whether it is loading or unloading, your car used for loading and unloading purposes, trucks or whatever. So you give responsibility for those 2 particular vehicles to the drivers. So power is present within you, so you are the power here. And the person to whom responsibility is assigned to you, such a responsibility is there that you use this car from point A to point B for loading or unloading of this particular good or product. So that is attorney. So the power which is provided by the person is known as the principal, who is the actual owner, and attorney is the person who who under the guidance of the principal do work. That is the attorney or agent. So the parties which involve in this at the first level or basic level, first one is the principal, that is also known as executant. Second one is attorney, that is also known as agent. So this is all about, so it is actually legal documentation in which authorization is given to the attorney on the behalf of the principal to do some act. Now next move to types of power of attorney. So types of power of attorney, first one is general power of attorney. In general power of attorney, you are not restricted to only single responsibility. There may be 3 to 4 responsibility within the power of attorney agreement. For example, that if a person who is very much elder, having 80 years of age, so they hire a attorney, and one or two three attorney, or one attorney, multiple, it depends. One attorney whose responsibility to take care by giving medicine, regularly check up of those elder persons, and third one, whenever they hospitalize, take care of the elderly person. So these are the general power of attorney. In general power of attorney, there are many clauses, and next one is the limited power of attorney. For limited power of attorney, one example, I am NRI, I'm not residing here, I have purchased any property, and that property I assign any attorney for a time period of 2 years to take care of that property related to the transactions such as taking rent, and next, whatever expenses are there, electricity or development authority takes. So this is a limited for a period of 2 years, because after that I will arrive in my country and take in charge of that property. That second one is limited. Now the third one is the durable power of attorney. So what is durable power of attorney? In durable power of attorney, if any person is mentally ill, not regularly, what we can mentally incapacitated, so what happens, that person remains normal for 6 months and abnormal for next 6 months. So during the time of normal, when he is normal, not incapacitated, so he require not attorney. But when he incapacitated, then he requires or use any attorney on that behalf. He puts so that any signature is required for the purpose of business, or anything is required, that can be accomplished by this power of attorney document. So 3 types of power of attorney. Now next, for what purpose actually power of attorney is required? It is healthcare power of attorney. For example, that if a person's mental condition is not good, if he is elder person, he is not able to take care of himself after retirement, then power of attorney can be eligible. Then financial power of attorney, then if there's a requirement, you reside in foreign, then all the business transaction or related to your accounts, audits, and should be handled by any skillful person. So that is financial power of attorney. And third one is the related to the property. Whenever you are not residing, then you hand it over to some person that he can take care of that particular property. So what is the requirement of power of attorney while making an agreement? Should be always in writing. There should be proper format. What are the conditions are there, that should be checked properly. Then next, identify the parties. There should be requirement of witness and principal and executant and signature of both, and it should be notary should notify that power of attorney and record it in a diary wherever it should be present. So whenever you select a power of attorney, what are the things you consider? First of all, trustworthiness. The person which you hire, it should be trustworthiness. Like for if you hire your child also, then you should take care also of this thing. And second one is the skill set should be present in that person you are hiring. For example, if a person knows management and you give them a financial handling, then it is not proper to give that responsibility to that particular person. And third one is the multiple agents you can use. For financial one you can use different attorney, number one, and for non-financial, for related to management related, you give power of attorney to other person. So always beware of the thing that power of attorney should be trustworthy, because a lot of cases arise that where power of attorney made the clauses within the agreement, they are having the authority to sell the property. They take account, they take this much of amount every month from your accounts without knowing you that these particular are doing these fake things or forgery. So take care while making an these power of attorney documents. So this is a basic knowledge. So there are also broad cases and everything is present. So maybe this concept clear within your mind, or through your intelligence you are able to grasp that. Okay, thank you very much. Nice to give you the information about